Welcome back, everybody. So today is Wednesday. I'm looking at my computer here at the little date in the corner, December 3rd, 2025. Today we're bringing it back a little bit. This past Monday, a friend of the show, Shivan Bot, on his podcast, Shivan Wheeler Love Magic, talked about the Magic the Gathering card set Foundations Jumpstart. And a running theme when they talk about those cards is that they're all certified bangers. All the uncommon legends in that set are absolutely insane, and listening to them talk about those cards really made me want to dive right back into that set and build one of those cards. And also, for those of you who have been sticking around since the beginning, a little over a year ago, the first stream I ever did, we built a Foundations Jumpstart Commander. And now we're doing one again now. It has been like a year since we've done any Foundations Jumpstart stuff. So tonight we've got Qala Ajani's Pridemate. This is an Ajani's Pridemate, except instead of a grizzly bear Ajani's Pridemate, it's a hill giant Ajani's Pridemate. A 4 mana 3/3 cat warrior. Has that text that you know and you love it. Whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on it, so it gets huge really quick, as we all are aware from Ajani's Pridemate. However, this one does a couple other things that push it into an unreasonable level. Whenever this creature attacks, all your other attacking creatures get +X+0, where X is the number of counters on this creature. Um, and then you can pay 4 mana to gain a life. I imagine we'll be doing much less of the gain a life activations, although it's nice to have it. And we're just going to get tons of counters on this and kamikaze people with whatever creatures we want. This is a pretty non-prescriptive commander. It asks you for a couple things specifically. Like, for example, like all of our Soul Sisters, there's a number of them. We've gotten a lot more in the last couple years. They kind of just pop up randomly in sets now. We're gonna like play those things. But really, like in terms of your creature base for a card like this, you really have a lot of flexibility. Like, do we want to do a lot of value creatures, like Spirited Companions, um, and like Thraben Inspectors, or do we want to play like all the shadow creatures or evasive creatures, or maybe just like a mix of both? I mean, you have a lot of freedom to do whatever you want. This just makes them all big. That's the trick. We just want to make sure that we're gaining life, and we want to make sure that we're attacking with creatures. Um, it's a simple recipe, and this card, it's it's hard to modulate this card properly uh, for casual games. I will warn you all going in. This card very accidentally gets oppressive, and hopefully we'll get to demonstrate that um, with the deck we end up today. So, without further ado, let's just get started searching for all of our Soul Sisters. So, what's a good way to find the most of them? We'll do when enters gain life. Creature. Boom. Commons. Okay, here we go. Alright, it's just creatures that enter and gain us a life, and our token enters gain a life. There's like some other stuff in here that's probably interesting. Oh, Conclave Phalanx. The cards. I love this card. Um, Dazzling Angel. Here's one from Foundations itself. Um, just a 2/3. Just a better Windrake by all metrics. Let's put a Dazzling Angel in here. This card's kind of perfect because it's evasive and it gains us lots of life. And keep in mind, like, our commander will trigger off of each individual life gain trigger. So if you have multiple creatures with this effect, we'll put counters on it for each individual life we gain. Like I said, it adds up real fast. Hinterland Sanctifier, another one from Foundations. 1 mana 1/2 enters gain a life. They're just two in the same set casually for no reason. Why does one set need two of these? That's a great question. We'll never get a satisfactory answer. Alright, we've got Money Changer. That card's not good enough. I think Occasion Money Changer is interesting. I've looked at this card unironically for several like proper EDH commander decks, and something about it intrigues me. For those of you who don't know what it does, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. Go Google it. It's the best. Impassioned Order. Here we go. M20. A Grizzly Bear. Another creature enters gain a life. There's another one. They are all over the place. All over the place. Plus, there's like tons of creatures just enter and trigger and gain you life, like inspiring overseer, or the sheep from Avatar enters, you gain 3 life. Just it's free real estate. Core Celebrant, Zendikar Rising, 3 mana, 1/4. Another creature enter when it or another creature enters, gain a life. It's interesting. It's an interesting twist on the template here, because these don't count themselves. This one does. That's pretty cool. Life Creed Duo from Bloomborough, 1/2 flyer. There's so many of these things. Life Duo. I don't remember what it is. There we go. They're just everywhere. This effect is so redundant now. Lunarch Veteran. Yeah, great. These cards are also great with Trelisara Moondancer. Whenever another creature enters, or whenever you gain life, you put a counter on her and scry one. And then these things just go turbo mode. You get a huge thing, gain tons of life. It practically plays itself. That's not the worst thing. All right, Sultan Soul Warden. These are the symmetrical ones, the best ones. 1 mana, 1/1. Whenever any creature enters the battlefield, gain life. Not just creatures that you control, which is what these guys all do. So do Soul's Attendant and Soul Warden. Soul Warden, ironically enough, well, not ironically, interestingly enough, is a card that I was been putting in decks since I was a child. I love this card. It always seemed really cool to me, and the art's great. Randy Gagos is one of the goats of the game. Suture Priest. This one has the added benefit of damaging our opponents. Whenever their creatures enter, they lose a life. Whenever our creatures enter, we gain a life. So there's 9 of these? Are you fucking kidding me? I knew there were a lot, but nine seems like too much. Okay, yeah, there's 9 of them. And we're going to play all of them. All right, let's take a moment here. We'll add in some plains cards. We definitely want a fair amount, like 36 or 30. Let's do 37, just to be on the safe side. This is a deck that we're going to want to play mana dorks, not necessarily rocks. So very obviously, like, creatures are better than rocks in a deck like this. So Gold Mirror is going to be better than, say, Arcane Signet. So we'll put a Gold Mirror in here. With a pillow. We'll put an Ornithopter of Paradise, just the best mana dork in the format as far as I'm concerned. This card's just great. I hate this printing of it. Foundation Jumpstart printing. Look at that. That looks nice. Okay, so we've got 11 creatures with 37. Let's look at some life gain cards, just generally, and then we'll fill out the creatures. There's a couple cards that I can think off the top of my head that like cantrip that are pretty good. Search for basic land, gain 2 life. I kind of like this. There's another one too from whatchamacallit, Strixhaven. Alabaster Mage gives things lifelink. That's really good. Let's put an Alabaster Mage. We'll come back to this. I don't want to worry about this stuff right now. Another creature enters. Oh, there's an enchantment version. We'll play this one. And Sword Prayer. So it's a 3-mana enchantment. White, 1. Whenever another creature enters, you gain a life, and it turns into a 3/3 angel. Seems good. Okay, so now we got 10. 10 of these goddamn things. Benediction of Moons, it's funny. Not a lot of like really interesting stuff. I guess like Campfire is actually pretty good here. Reason being 2 things. So 1, it has a repeatable activation to gain 2 life. That's obviously pretty good. We have a 4-mana commander that's going to be somewhat of a lightning rod. Being able to just put it into our hand from the zone is really good. Saves us a command tax. We just kind of pay in advance if you think of it that way, right? We pay 2 to exile it to do that effect. So we're just kind of making a down payment. We can do food stuff. Whenever we gain life, put a counter on it. We'll play that card. Celestial Unicorn. Yeah, we're gonna play these things when they become tapped. So when we attack with them, we gain life. We can convoke stuff. Yeah, we'll play these. Chrome Companion. Well, Companion. No thanks. Healer. Whoops. Hellair. Nope. Healer. What's the name of the card? What's the card? Compassionate Healer. That's the one. This card I like quite a bit. I'm a big fan of Salamander Ballist, which is this card basically, except it is a 2/1 instead of a 2/2. Just having it be a Grizzly Bear is more meaningful than you might think. Card plays really well. Conclave Phalanx, gain a life for each creature you control. Yes, please. This card is great. I love it. I'm going to play it. Actually, you know what? We might not even need it. We need so much life. I usually like this card because it gives you a huge burst of, like a huge surge of life in like the mid late game when you really need to just kind of like push it a little bit. Um, gives you a lot of flexibility. Plus, it's like a good body too, but we may not need it in this deck. Yeah. Yeah. There's also like lifelinking creatures we're going to want to. Ooh, I like lifelinking creatures. We just want to see how big we can get our guy. I think that's good. Also have to play a fair amount of protection spells too, but we'll get to that. There are some good ones. Alright, coming to play Gain a Life. Just elegant. 1 mana, 1/1, Gain a Life. Beautiful. A perfect magic card. Really want just things that have repeatable ways to gain us life are the best ones. Repeatable effects, cantripping effects are both good. White obviously has trouble with that sort of thing. Doomscar Oracle is pretty okay here. Cast your second spell each turn to gain 2 life. We may not need that though. I mean, I know I just went on a whole big, thing about repeatable life gain, but this might be not something that we need. That might be working a little too hard. Might be able to get it easier. Farce Radiance. It's an interesting one. Here we go, Flight Deck Coordinator. Just for free. Just need to attack. At the beginning of round 7, if you control 2 or more tapped creatures, gain 2 life. And it's a good body. This is the kind of thing that I like. Never triggering this card. I mean, we don't really get much for like large triggers, like gain 4, draw a card. We'd rather have a creature. If you gain life, you gain that much life plus 1. That's cute. That's pretty cute. I like that. Let's do that. And it can gain lifelink, so it's not like the worst card. This is more cute than anything. I can imagine it's something that if I run up against it, we'll probably like not have a hard time cutting. It's not too precious to me. ETB, gain life, whatever. Inspiring Overseer is probably good enough because it cantrips and it's a flyer. This card's just like a pretty staple white card in this format. For those of you who are not aware, it's just a good aggressive cantripping creature. Because white doesn't have any like good card advantage, like raw card advantage tools. You have to scrape it together other ways. Just creatures that replace themselves are pretty valuable, and there are not a lot of good ones in white. I mean, like you can play like there's like a Grey Ogre, right? Like Roving Harper. There's 2 mana 1/1s, like Elvish Visionaries, but unless you're doing something specific with them, they're not the most compelling. Welcome, Miles. Good to see you, buddy. If Merfolk becomes tap, gain a life. It's like a 1/1 whenever we attack with it, we gain a life. Yeah, if I'm playing Chrome Companion, we're playing Judge Occurrence. That's for sure. We're just slamming it in. We're attacking with our 1/1 that gets like +5/+0. I'm in. Not messing around. I got this up. Junie says hello, you can hear in the background there. As always, never misses an opportunity to chime in. I've put a brick counter. It's not a creature. Not that interested. Martyr of Sands. I know I went on a whole thing about how like large chunks of life are not necessarily the best thing that we need to be doing, but this thing gains you so much life. But I'm going to show some restraint here. I'm going to show some restraint. Some pump spells. I kind of like the idea of these pump spells simply because like a lot of our creatures are going to be smaller, and they'll just trade in combat most of the time. So getting them out of like trading range is pretty decent. Trying a permanent control. No, not doing that. Haunted Cleric, no. Sun Guide, yeah. Sun Guide. So, Oresco's Sun Guide is kind of the inverse of like Judge of Currents or Chrome Companion. Same dynamics at play, like is this something that we just want to turn sideways? Except this one gains you your life when it untaps rather than when it taps. So it's like delayed. But once you get that first attack in and it untaps, then you kind of on the gravy train at that point. I like Reska's Sun Guide, mostly just because I like decks that tap and untap the creatures, and this is one of those. But it's fun anyway, you know. Um, yeah, like things that say like tap gain a life, I'm not as interested in, like artifacts and stuff like that. Um, if I or even something like Pisces Sooner, even if we can um, utilize this card, tap, remove a devotion counter, gain a life. It's not attacking if we're doing that, and I'd rather we be attacking. If a land enters, gains flying, and yeah, this card's good. I'll play that. Rabaroo. I don't even know what that means. Avatar with their weirdos. And it plane cycles, that's pretty neat. But yeah, 5 mana, 3/5 landfall, gain a life thing. I'm on board with that. Landfall is good. Because again, creatures can still attack. Creature still gets into the red zone. And we still get to gain our life. Um, I do like Renewed Faith. You just cycle it for 2 mana, gain 2 life, draw a card. But we are looking, and there's some like analogs here, right? Like a Revitalize, 2 mana, gain 3, draw a card, 6 mana, gain 6, 3 mana, gain 3, draw a card, draw a card, draw a card, etc. Pretty cool. Scimitar Bolt's another thing that we're turning sideways. Just attacking, not doing anything cute, just attacking with these things. You know? No reason to be cute. No reason at all. Make tap, no. Nope. 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 Ooh, sorry, I'm a little tired here. We already got this. How many non-creature spells are we gonna have? Maybe Student of Ojtai is good enough. It's possible. Zero Cash, another cantripping effect. Combat tricks like Swift Justice are going to be pretty good. Like First Strike's going to be valuable. Take up the Shield. Let's put that in here. Take up the Shield is a great one. It just gives a thing for 2 mana, indestructible, lifelink, and a counter. So kind of dips into a lot of different things with this commander. Lifelink gives us another counter, puts just a straight up counter on it, and then it's indestructible. Because like I said, our commander is going to be a lightning rod. We're not doing a whole lot of damage if we don't have our commander on the battlefield. Thwip, what does this do? Is it a spider? No, we're not. We don't have any spiders. I'm not into the spider thing. Man, she's really laying it on thick. Whenever you gain life for the first time each turn, surveil one. This is a good little like synergy here. I like that. And it's a big beefy flyer. So every turn we'll just get to surveil one, even on other people's turns if we have a Soul's Attendant or Soul Warden. That's cool. That's cool. What if you gain or... Oh, this thing can get huge. Let's play this. Waxwing Witness. So like if we gain 2 life on a given turn, it becomes a 4/4. Flying Vigilance for 4 mana. And that seems pretty reasonable with all the stuff that we have. White Mage's Staff, a really good equipment here. This card is kind of janky in my opinion. It's one of the drop select cards from Final Fantasy. 2 mana, you make a 1/1, gives the creature 1/1, so you end up with a 2/2. Whenever it attacks, you gain a life. It's great. Notably, like we have all these like become tap triggers, so de facto attack triggers. We can stack our triggers to have all those life gain triggers resolve, and then have this give everything giant amounts of power. We may even play Wedding Invitation. I like me Wedding Invitation. Okay, so we got 23 creatures. That's not bad. Let's look at yeah, because like the cantrip stuff, it's just cycling. Like we're not going up on cards or anything. So maybe we should. I mean, This is where it becomes kind of compelling to want to do like the Thraben Inspector stuff and like Spirited Companion. There's a new one with Avatar on the Jumpstart set for that. There's another 2 mana 1/1 gain or draw card. That stuff's not bad, right? Because we're just attacking with those things and they're huge. Maybe we can play some of those. But let's look at some +1/+1 counter stuff. Notably, like with this commander as well, it doesn't care what counter you put on it. It could be a flying counter. This will doesn't care. Any kind of counter. It doesn't have to be +1/+1 counters. It just, when you gain life, it gets counters. So we can look at some 1/1 counter stuff. Angelic Intervention, great protection spell, protection from a color, and a 1/1 counter. So we're going to do that one. And I know Feeder Resistance is another one. Because, like, the important thing to keep in mind is that Qala does not get the bonus. All the other creatures do. So she's very blockable. Giving her protection or indestructible is something that you're going to need to do from time to time. Take 2 more creatures, put 1 counter target creature. I mean, it's interesting. Arm Reverse. I don't really want to do equipment stuff. It's a good card, though. We'll play Battlefield Promotion. 1/1 counter, first strike, and gain 2 life. Yeah, we'll do that. That's a good trick. Another creature enters, gets a counter. Yeah. Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna play like all of my favorites. Lux Knight Breacher, all like the great white creatures that just scale. Squad Captain. It's a neat little package that I like to throw into my white creature decks. These are creatures that scale based on how many creatures you control. This one is dynamic; it changes as you go. Lux Knight Breacher and Squad Captain are just like when they enter, they get a counter for each other creature you have. Usually they'll enter as like a 4/4 or a 5/5 for 4 or 5 mana. Which is pretty decent. The floor on them is pretty good, and Celebrity Fencer just scales as you cast them, just gets more counters. They just get huge, get really, really big. Feed Resistance, got that one. Like, there's powerful white cards, but I don't want to play Great Swords here. I just want to attack with my giant Qala creatures. That's kind of what we're doing here. Creatures you control one counters at first strike. That's pretty cool. I mean, maybe. Maybe. Looks like Breacher. My fave. I love that guy. Looks like Breacher is so good. Second spell. One counter throw one now. No. 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 Nope. 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 There again, counters. Oh, Spectacular Tactics, a great card. It's like one of my probably favorite cards from the Spider-Man set. It's just a really, really good combat trick. 2 mana. It's a reprisal, so kills a 4-power or greater thing, or you can protect your thing, give it hexproof and a 1/1 counter. Pretty good. Pretty good. Damage prevention spell. Yeah, all these cards just like put 1/1 counters on things, which is not like what we're looking for out of our creatures. I mean, take up the shield, not that one. Battlefield Promotion kind of like triple dips, so that's why this card is particularly good for me. Let's do First Strike, Instants, and Sorceries. There's a few I think that we want. Let's go mana value. Oh yeah, Swift Justice. Great combat trick. +1 power. First strike lifelink. Good, because like yeah, when we're attacking, like we're going to be attacking with our gold mirror and our compassionate healer and our other things. Making them like big first striking creatures is a good way to get them through combat, and that's really what we need to do. Just like get some tempo that way. Not a well, there's actually a lot fewer of these cards than I would have thought. We'll play Guided Strike. This one just cantrips, and I look at these cards like when we have big buffs from Qala. I look at these cards like removal spells, right? Like this is a Doomblade, more or less in combat. Like if someone decides to block one of our creatures, that creature is going to die. We trade 1 for 1. I just really want to make sure that the ones that we're using provide some additional benefit. Like this one gives lifelink, which triggers our commander. This one draws us a card. This one puts a counter, like a raw counter, gains us some extra life. Flying first strike. Nope. Yeah. White creatures can first strike. No, I don't really care about that. Okay. I guess that's all we got there. Let's look at some lifelink cards. So we don't need like all of them, but some good ones. How many creatures do we have already? We got 27. Yeah, we're looking good. Looking good. Vigilance lifelink. Oh yeah. Oh, these. There's a lot of 1-mana 1/1 flyers. We'll probably play a handful of them. Healer's Hawk is just like the goat. It's 1-mana 1/1 flyer that has lifelink for some reason. Pretty good. Again, like I want cards that provide more than just like it's a lifelinking creature. Healer's Hawk is unique in that it's a cheap evasive creature as well, and that's kind of exactly what we want. I kind of like Sacred Cat, if I'm being honest. It just like comes back for more, and it lifelinks. Flying lifelink and some card draw. This card's interesting. I like Skycrier generally. Maybe we'll put it in. 2 soldiers lifelink. The Ocean Medic. No. We don't need that. I think what we will do though is play a Wedding Invitation, because we'll be able to punk someone out with this big time. Okay. So let's go to the visual spoiler here. Mana value. 728, we're looking good. Okay, we got a lot of... What's our curve like? Okay, that's not so bad. We got good instants, we've got good artifacts, we've got this thing. Okay. Now we can just like get some evasive stuff going. Let's... We could just play like a bunch of grizzly bears at lifelink, but play Alabaster Mage. Let's play the Alabaster Mage. It's like a mana sink. It's not so bad. Actually, what we'll do is we'll also play what's the card? Survival Cache. We will have more life than an opponent, so we will gain 2 life, draw a card, and then rebound it. I think this card has enough value packed into it that it's worth playing. It's kind of boring, but it does a thing, All right. Let's look at creatures that have flying. And creature, whoop, not creature, creature. There we go. Like pretty straightforward stuff, nothing. We're not like reinventing the wheel here. For Battlefield Raptors, great one. Just like onboard first strike is great with our commander. Already got that one. I mean, I guess not the other ones aren't like that exciting, but that's okay. Let's see. Um, Life Great Duo. We could play like I'm thinking we could do like some value creatures and then some flicker stuff. We could do that because that's another way to get a lot more life out of these things. It wouldn't be the worst. It's just like such a dearth of options. It's a lot to be doing. I'm not gonna go too far down the rabbit hole here, but I definitely don't want to just, not give it the time it deserves. Um, yeah, I don't think we need to go much further than this. Go to the end of this page and then we'll search for something else. Oh, we want double strikers. That's for fucking sure. There's three. Sky Hunter Skirmishers, one. 3 mana, 1/1 flying double strike. Um, Billy. Kithkin Billy Rider. 3 mana, 1/3 double strike. And Fencing Ace. 2 mana, 1/1 double strike. Where is he? Where are you at? There he is. Where's the common printing? Masters 2025. Masters 25, there we go. Reprinted as a common in that set. Uncommon ever since. Because maybe they realized it wasn't the best idea to have like a million of these things floating around a draft. So we're set up for some pretty explosive Qala combats, which I like. Okay. What the 4-drops? Much less keen on 4-drops. I guess we can play Hippogriff, right? Because that's a protection spell and it's a creature. This is a good way to get. I think I've talked about this before with other decks, but cards with adventure, flashback, these sorts of mechanics where you get 2 uses out of the card. It's a really great way to shore up the lack of raw card advantage that you have in certain colors and certain decks. It just really helps shore up the card deficiency. Like going 1-for-1 on everything is not great. However, if you're able to use one card, one slot in your deck twice in the same game, it's pretty good. Mobilize seems good, right? You get like a free giant thing every turn. Is there just one mobilized creature at common in white? I think it's just the one. Yeah, we're gonna play it though. We're gonna play it though. And then what do we got? 86 cards. Let's get like some good removal spells. Thraben Charm. We'll play Break Ties because that has counter synergy. Break Ties is kind of a classic. 3 mana, disenchant, plus minus, remove something from a graveyard, pay 1, reinforce. Reinforce is a really cool mechanic that it's pretty. I mean, I don't know if it'll come back in meaningful capacity, but I do enjoy it. I am a reinforce enjoyer. Let's just look at cards that have counter. Because maybe there's things. This is good. This is good, right? It just gives our commander. Well, yeah, our commander's not that fragile. We don't need to give it first strike necessarily. I don't know what I'm talking about. I was talking out my ass. It's okay though. Boon of Safety is a good one. Shield or Boon of Safety puts a shield counter. So it's a pretty decent protection spell, plus we get to scry off of it, and it just like adds to our counter count, if you will. What we at? 735. Moving right along. Okay. The Dawn Charm. Just like good modal spells. This one I like a lot. It's a protection spell. It's a fog. It's a counter spell for like a fireball. Just good stuff. Good stuff. Like Homestead Courage, like this is a good one, right? Like 1 mana, 1/1 counter, it gains vigilance, and there's flashback. I played this card in a lot of decks. I don't know if I want it here though. It's good. It's good. It's a good one. I play Knight in Mirror, except we're not like putting counters on this thing all the time. Lightfoot Technique. 1/1 counter against flying indestructible. Yeah, we'll play that. Like we can, that's something we can use to just like jump any creature. Any of our giant things. Seems good to me. Seems good to me. And this can just like constantly grows. I don't know how I feel about that one though. Revelation of Power. So if we use this on our commander, it's stupid flying and lifelink, just gain a bunch of life. I'd like to be able to use this and get the flying lifelink on other creatures, should I so choose. So we might pass that one over. What are we at? 91. There's a handful of good shadow creatures too. Spontaneous Flight. I like this one. Just +2/+2 until end of turn and puts a flying counter on the creature. So it casts on our commander. Commander gets a flying counter. It flies forever now, and it just gets bigger for the turn. Win-win. Win-win. I love to win-win. No potential. We could mutate as well. Couldn't we? We'll do wing it as well. +2/+2, put a flying counter, scry one. Hell yeah. Alright, let's get the shadow guys. Just unblockable creatures. Augur, we'll play all, like, just about all these. Maybe not Zealot. 3 mana 1/1 maybe is a little less than where we want to be, but definitely these 5. Augur Ilvec, Soltari Foot Soldier, Soltari Knight. Whoops. Oh, Lancer, that's what it is. Soltari Trooper and Visionary. We got 98 cards. Shoe Cavalry. Is this what I'm thinking of? Yeah. 3 mana, 2/2 Horsemanship. Try block on this asshole. Just a big ol' unblockable thing. And then for the last card, what do we want our last card to be? Let's just put like a creature, a mana rock creature, a mana dork. What do we have? We got this one, maybe Hedron Crawler, or I guess Mannequin's better. Just a 2 mana guy. Yeah, let's play a Mannequin. Okay, 100 cards. Let's put some lands, Opal Palace, we'll play some cycling lands, Secluded Steppe, Drifting Meadow. Yeah, like cycling lands, Opal Palace. We'll play Study Hall too, why not? Actually, it's a monocolor deck, so we can play all the lands that smooth our draws. Hidden Grotto, Crystal Grotto, and Conduit Pylons. These are, oops, hello. Nope. These are lands that enter and either surveil or scry. Just smooth things over a little bit. And then we can cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Back 200. Okay. All right, let's run this out there. 740, plenty of time. All right, we got a creature. Got a campfire, some lands. Okay, so we'll go. Let's go with that. Beautiful. We'll play our tap land first. We're not in a rush. Turn 2, and cast our campfire. Turn 3. Just get this guy online. Gain a life. We're gonna keep track of our life total up here because the number's gonna get large. Okay, so we got that in turn 3. Now on turn 4, we can cast our commander. Trigger here, gain a life. Trigger here, add a counter. All right. Even better, I got a Soul Warden, gain a life. Trigger. Keep these guys over here. Just got a big Qala. 1, 2, 3. Flight deck coordinator. Trigger, trigger. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Go combat, attack, attack. This gets +4/+0, so we are attacking for 12 here. It's a 5/4, a 5/4, and a 7/7. End of turn, I gain 2 life here. Put another counter because I have 2 tapped creatures. Let's do this. We'll do White Mage's Staff. Make our hero token. Trigger, trigger. Trigger, trigger. Trigger, trigger. And then with our last mana, we can move the staff over to like our flight deck coordinator. So we can go attack, attack, attack. I'll leave that out. Attack, attack like this. All my creatures get plus, these two get +7/+0. Trigger, actually we'll do this, right? So this has an attack trigger to gain a life. Like a 8+8/+0. End of turn, we'll gain 2 life. Counter there. Now we'll just get some other stuff out there. It's 4 more triggers for these 2 creatures. Now like +13. We can just like keep jamming. So you see just like how fast this gets out of control. How many creatures do we have in this deck, by the way? 43. Okay, that's a number I'm comfortable with. All right, let's go back in. All right. You know what we'll do actually is we'll cut this Dragonback Lancer and we'll put in Sky Crier. I kind of like this card. Just 2 mana, 1/1, flying lifelink. Where is he? 4 mana, you and an opponent each draw a card. Mana sink, lifelink. What more do you need? Just more castable and I think better. Okay, anyway, not to get too distracted. Here we go. All right, got some creatures, some lands. This is fine. Draw a card. Here we go. You guys do the pylons. Surveil 1. Let's put that in the yard. Next turn. Boom. All right. Goldmere's a good one. Kind of just want to cast this. So now we can do Alabaster Mage, Campfire, gain 2 life, trigger this, attack for 3. Now we cast our commander. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like we can attack again. We can just tap this, gain 2 life, trigger this. Healer's Hawk is good. Alright, play Healer's Hawk. We'll gain 2 life, so this gets +1/+0, so this is a 3/4. Currently, we'll go 1, 2. We'll each get +1. This will get +1, so it'll be a 4/4. And then what we'll do is we'll give them both lifelink. So we'll gain 8. I guess I gained 4 from the campfire already, right? So that gives me 2 triggers. Then we'll pass. This is good. All right. So gain 2. Trigger this. Go to combat. Attack. Attack. So 3/4 now. Attack. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lifelink. Lifelink. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. We gain 1, 8, 11. Go up to 55. 3 more counters. And what that was, +4 with each. Oh no, it's yeah. So what did I say? It was 5. No, it's way more than that, I thought anyway. It's like +8 more. Yeah. Yeah, this is just like a ton of damage. Alright, let's go with this. Hidden Grotto. Let's scry one. You know what I kind of want to do? I kind of want to not be so cute. I just want to make our guide the biggest it can be. So let's cut some stuff. Let's play a bunch of creatures that just gain us life when we enter. Just like the most knuckleheady creatures we can find. Whoops. Just idiots. Right? Amateur hero. Boom. Let's just cut all these like unblockable things. Don't care, don't care. Don't care. I'm just like cutting a bunch of stuff indiscriminately right now. I want to just gain a lot more life. Don't care, don't care. Don't care. Don't care. What else we got? Don't care. We'll keep the mana dorks. Don't care. Alright, so mana value. Just like knuckleheads. They're just gonna gain us life. Cathedral Sanctifier. 1 mana gain 3. Hell yeah. Let's play it. We're just gonna gain life. We're just gaining life. We're not being cute. Creatures that ETB gave me some life. Irration Cleric. We're like level zeroing this. We're going full smooth brain on this. Full smooth brain. Lone Missionary. I think this is the more elegant way to build the deck. Just not to be so try-hard. I mean, you saw when we were being a little try-hard how fast we gain life. Savannah Sage. Now we're just going to do it a lot faster. Yeah, see Miles? We're going to smooth brain it. Savannah Sage. There we go. I don't care about Secret of the Way. I don't want to have a turn where this isn't gaining lifelink. So I'm not gonna risk it. Even Rift Watcher is vanishing. I don't like vanishing. Doomscar Oracle will play. No, I'll not play that. Filigree Familiar will play. We could easily fill up the deck with these creatures. Holy cow. A flyer, it scries. A flyer and a scryer. Oh, some flyers. Kemba Skyguard and Mesa Cavalier. Let's get those in. Kemba Skyguard, Mesa Cavalier, 3 mana, 2/1 flyer. ETB gain 2 life. Koala Sheep, just a 3 mana, 3/3, just a big beefer. Yeah, I'm in. Stop being so cute. Priest of Ancient Lore, there we go. I don't think they really care about it once we get up to this mana value. What are we at? 98? Yeah, we can easily just get a couple more guys in here. We'll get... Oh, there's a couple of good lifelink cards. We'll do Yoshin, Medic, just like a big fat-ass lifelinker. A 1/4, and then we'll do... It's a cleric. I don't remember what it's called. Dawnbringer cleric. No. What is it called? Shoot. Lifelink. It's a 1/3 Daybreak Chaplain. I like the 2 mana 1/3. Daybreak Chaplain. You know what we'll do is we'll cut the Cathedral Sanctifier and we'll play something that attacks. Let's order this differently. Beloved Princess. I like this one better. This thing can be hard to block. It can be blocked by creatures with power 3 or greater. This thing will just trump whatever blocks in combat every time. Okay. It's 7:52. We got time. Let's play test. Beautiful. We have a Soul's Attendant. We're going for it. Turn 1. Yeah, we're just gonna play on curve. Attendant. Next turn. Campfire's good. Let's cast the White Mage's Staff. And we'll add a token. Gain a life. Next turn, Herbalist is good. I don't think... Let's just play this tapped, and then we'll cast the Herbalist. Gain another life. And then now when we cast our Commander, we go 4, ETB, trigger, gain a life, get a counter. And now we can like attack, trigger. 1, 2, 1, 2. We'll scry 1 for the Herbalist. We'll put this on the bottom. And we'll go next turn. Opal Palace. 1, 1. Lone Missionary. Gain 4. Counter. Campfire, which we can activate. Gain 2. Counter. Also trigger here from this entering. Counter. Now we go attack. These get +6/+0. Gain 1, gain. Well, what we'll do is we'll gain 1, gain 1. Then this resolves. So +8/+0 on these. I'll scry 1. Put that on the bottom. I don't think I need that. Yes, Rival Cache. Gain 2. Trigger. Draw a card. Play land for turn. What's this? Boon of Safety. Put a shield counter on this. Let's grab one. Put that on the bottom. Next turn, we get to do our cache again. Draw that. Play this. Surveil. Graveyard. Cast this. Trigger. Yeah, I mean, now, yeah, we're back on our bullshit. Okay. Alright. There's no lands. Okay, I have some more thoughts. Let's cut some of these things. I found myself unimpressed when I have these cards. We'll also cut the battlefield promotion. We'll cut the swift justice. We're gonna play a bunch more mana rocks. I want to cast my commander on turn 3. We'll play Arcane Signet. We'll play Star Compass. We want 2 mana rocks here. Marble Diamond. Ever-flowing Chalice. Okay, that's what? 4 more rocks? 1, 2, 3, 4. Got 7 with our creatures. We'll cut the boon of safety, and we'll add in a Thought Vessel. We're not going to go over 7 cards in our hand, but we want the mana. All right. What time is it? 7:56. We can do. Oh, you know what we can do actually is we can cut this Billy Kithkin guy, and we can play another lifelinker. We'll play Hopeful Eidolon. This card's great. Just a 1 mana 1/1 lifelinker that can bestow. All right. Anyway, we're gonna playtest this. Don't have creatures, but we have mana rocks, and we've got a lot of creatures to draw. So we'll just go with this. Survival Cache is fine. Next turn. That's fine too. We'll play Star Compass. Turn 3. Boom. Next turn. We can do 1, 2, Everflowing Chalice on 1. Tap, tap, tap. Unicorn. And now what we can do is we can go 1, 2, 3. Koala Sheep. Gain 3. 1, 2, 3. Counter here. Counter here. Then we can go 1, 2, 3. Survival Cache. Gain 2. Trigger, 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 trigger. Draw a card. Then we can attack, attack. This gets +2, so it becomes a 7/4. Okay, this just keeps getting better and better. All right, we got 1, 2, 3 for our amateur hero. Gain 2 life. Trigger, 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 trigger. Compassionate healer. Go to combat. Attack, attack, attack. These things each get +3/+0. So we're attacking for 6, 9, 15 damage here. And now, yeah, we'll hold on to this. We'll cast our Ornithopter Paradise. Go to combat, and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, attack all these. Trigger here, we'll gain a life, so trigger these. Scry that to the bottom. We'll give something indestructible. We'll give this indestructible. We'll try to pick off our guy. Lifelink, so we're attacking for what? 2, 3, 6, 9, 16, 23 plus is 39 damage. Because there's a little 4 on each of these. Yeah, this feels better. The draws where you don't get the Soul Wardens, it feels a lot better. And now, like, we're just attacking for so much more damage. Okay. Alright, you get the idea. You see how easy it is for this card to just get completely out of control. It goes from, like, not having much of a... not doing a whole lot to just attacking for, like, 50 bajillion damage. And that's kind of what we want. Oh, gotta stretch. So yeah, it's coming up on 8 o'clock now, so we'll call it there. Just like, an easy, smooth brain, gain life, attack with your creatures. Works 90% of the time, every time. No complaints, just like you drew it up. One of many just busted Foundation Jumpstart commanders. It's by turn 6, like attacking for, like 25, 30 damage is silly. Even if you're like playing, you can play this against like a regular EDH deck. Like you just jam your creatures into somebody who's trying to set up for their big old 9 mana spell or whatever the fuck. Um, but yeah, this card is really cool. I like this deck. It's fun. It's simple. Gain life, attack. That's it. Perfect. That's all you need to be doing. So with that, I'll leave it. Leave you guys there. As always, link in the description to the deck list, link to the list of all the decks we've built over the last year and change, including all the other Jumpstart Foundations ones we did in the past, last year. I recommend you go back and watch those because they're busted. We did Avora, Anep, Vizier Hazret, we did Satina, Speaker of the Juju, we did Samilla and Malaysian Poet. We did a whole bunch of them. And I think you should go watch those videos and look at those deck lists. Um, and then below that, you'll find two links to Trevor Project and Trans Lifeline. If you are able to donate to those organizations, I recommend that you do so. And with that, I think we'll just call it. So have a wonderful week. I'll see you next time. We'll do something just as cool, probably, right? Probably. Yeah.